If you haven't heard, we have a crisis on our hands. America has a parenting crisis. From young girls, 10-year-olds, looting makeup, shoving adults for makeup, boys beating up police officers, arguing with teachers, fighting with peers, behavioral issues, bad language, disrespectful, tired, unwilling to learn. My God, the list goes on and on. But the problem, the crisis, is the parents. Parenting. Where are you, parents? The children need you. This is a cry for help. I know you have jobs. I know you have things to do, but you need to prioritize. Sacrifice. I know this is a dirty word lately in America, prioritize or sacrifice. But I'm telling you, there are critical ages in a child's life that a parent needs to be fully involved. Children, most of the time, learn from mimicking, from what they see their parents do. But from what I'm seeing, I don't understand this. This is hard to explain. Are you the one cussing out people? How do you talk to waiters and waitresses? How do you interact with people? How do you talk to these children? Because the way they are acting up in society is a reflection on something. Is that reflection you? The kids are tired. They are not getting enough sleep. They are sleeping very late. Why? Their brains are still developing. Disengage while we sleep. But now kids are sleeping less. They're coming to school tired. Their tempers are flaring. They're all over the place. Like you know how you feel when you don't get a good night's sleep. Parents, get involved. Talk to your children. Have conversations with them. Find common interests. What do your children like watching? Watch it together. Have game nights back. Have things to do, chores. Play their favorite music as they do chores, if at all they do any chores. Chores are good for children. I know some of you look at them as abuse, but no. We all have something to contribute to society. And charity begins at home. What you instill in them, what you show them, what you teach them is what they give off out there, excuse me. Children are not going to give what they don't have. What you've given them is what they are going to give when they are out there. But this is something that needs attention. I know parents are also caught up in so many things. We have gaming parents raising children, Instagram models for parents, many distractions today than ever before. That's why you have to be intentional in carving out time for your family. Many families don't even have time to sit together and enjoy a meal together. You need to do that. Children open up when they are eating. When they are doing something they enjoy, they will open up. Ask them questions. You will be surprised some of the responses you get. But do you know your child? Because many parents have no clue what is going on with their children. So that leaves me with a question. If you don't know what is going on with your child, who should know? Then another thing, some of you have turned teachers into enemies. Believe me, I know. Not all teachers are good. But what I've seen over and over, because I was an instruction assistant, a SPED instruction assistant in a school, so I had access to many classes. I saw how teachers were treated by students. And many times, the parents would come in threatening, not trying to find out what really happened. They would threaten and intimidate the teachers. Sometimes they go straight to the principal and demand that this teacher be fired. What are you teaching this child? Are you teaching your child that they must get their way? And when they don't get their way, they intimidate, they push people over? We are not raising these kids just for our own good, but for the good of society. God forbid if something happened to you today. Have you raised your children right? What have you instilled in your children? Many of our children can't even have conversations with their peers. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to interact because they are always consumed with technology. They're on the iPads, they're on the phones, and sadly enough, even at school, 80% of the time at school, they are on computers. So they're on computers at school, they're on computers at home. So there are a lot of disruptions in these children's lives. It takes you, mom, dad, to say enough, to put boundaries. Dinner time, time for this, time for that. Disengage from technology. Disengage from other distractions and talk. We need parents to talk more. As you talk more, these children are learning. These children are feeling free to share their struggles. The children need you. They need you for your own good, but for the good of society. Parents, please get involved. There are so many voices talking into our children. Is your voice the loudest? Is your voice audible enough to drown all the other voices screaming for our children's attention? And what are they saying to them? And what are you saying to them? Parents, I want you to think today. It's not yet too late, but how much time do you give your children? Or you just go through the daily routines? Day by day, we do this and do that and do this and do that. You're running out of time. Your children will not be 5, 7, or 10 forever. 5-year-olds today will be 10 tomorrow. 10-year-olds in 5 years' time will be 15. So sacrifice that time. Sacrifice the time now. It will pay off. You will not live in regret if you do what you need to do right now. If you enjoyed this conversation, please share, subscribe, and like this video. Bye for now.